Hi, I'm Mia from the podcast Between the Devil and the Deep Sea, and today I'm here answering a few questions with Violet from the podcast Bookmarked.
Let's start with a brief summary of the book you read, Salt to the Sea.
Salt to the Sea is a historical novel written by Ruta Sepetys in 2016. Ruta is a Lithuanian-American woman who used her own family's experiences regarding World War II to write a relatable, interesting work of literature. It's a novel that follows four main characters through their journey trying to escape Germany in the midst of a war. During this time, Alfred, a German soldier, Florian, a discreet runaway, Joanna, a medical personnel, and Amelia, a young pregnant Polish girl, meet one another. The series of unfortunate stories that fold out include the Russian bombings, German terrorist attacks, and the devastating deaths that were never recorded during the war. It follows a very real event towards the end of the novel, shining light on real life while also including some fictional aspects.
What are some pros about this story?
The pros of this book are really how it's written. It's short. It's easy to read. She doesn't use many difficult words, likely because the characters are so young, which made it more conversational than anything. The characters are also so lovable that it's hard to put down the book. Their personalities are very well developed and they're very focused on each of the goals established towards the very beginning of the novel. Sepetys does a fantastic job connecting events to the plot. Even the environment is very important. She touches on dark topics and a lot of gory instances, though she does it so well that you hardly notice. I highly recommend reading it, even if you're just looking towards the historical side, because that is also very well written.
What about the cons?
While Salt to the Sea is a good book in general, it does fall short in some aspects. First off, there's not much variety regarding the events that happen in the book and the setting. We don't see a lot past the group walking and traveling together, and the scenes on the boat. Regarding the scenes, while the characters' personal lives are developed, the book fails to explore outside circumstances and go in depth on the current state of things. We know the Russians are attacking, and we know it's nearing the end of the war due to the evacuation orders, but the book does not go all that far into really exploring what this means other than emphasizing the gravity of the situation and adding gory aspects. Most importantly, our group collectively did not enjoy the ending. It went from a tragic moment directly to a time leap where suddenly the characters were 20 years in the future. It felt oddly abrupt, and left us unsatisfied. We also would have liked to have some more characterization for supporting characters. Some of them, like the shoe poet, Eva, and the wandering boy, didn't have much of personality other than just being there to guide the main characters.
Is there any meaningful symbolism in your novel that contributes to the story?
Throughout the book, there are recurring moments where each character speaks about a hunter that is constantly chasing after them, ready to kill at any moment. But each character's hunter takes a form of a different unwanted human emotions, such as fear, shame, guilt, and the knowledge of their fate. Although each character's hunter is supposedly different, the literal representation of the hunter is the war itself. The four characters are constantly met with life-threatening oppositions from Russian soldiers, Nazis, and the conditions that have been brought upon Germany.
What do you think was the author's purpose for writing in this book?
The entire book is really focused on the lesser-known parts of World War II. In classes, we usually only learn about what was going on in concentration camps or on the battlefields, but this book talks about and gives depth to the stories of refugees who were trying to escape Germany. It really brings awareness to how horrible life was for these people by creating these four young characters, who come from different backgrounds but are all connected by the unfortunate consequences of war. By writing about the refugees' experiences and giving them deep personal stories, it helps us to connect to them and truly realize the struggles of these victims.
Wow, thank you for your time and answers.